Hey, sports bettors. Happy Thursday, March 14th. My name is Boyd. I teach beginner and struggling sports bettors how to use data-driven analytics and market insightful tools like OddsJam to make positive expected value bets and profit over and over again, getting great CLV, great closing line value on the bets, and making money betting sports in all the different markets: player props, mainline bets, alternative markets, derivatives, arbitrage, live betting. The list goes on and on. So I do have a website, boyddavis.com. I'm there for coaching and consulting if you want to do sort of a one-on-one basis and really educate yourself and get yourself elevated in this area. It's kind of an individual type thing, and everyone's at a different spot, so I'm happy to help. We're going to go through some picks and go through some of the tools today at OddsJam to show you how to conceptually use these things to your advantage and hunt and find these picks so that you can get the picks that the pros use, getting good value and getting the right answer to the test. So we'll go through a few of them, and also the main thing here is to learn and get educated on how to use this data information to make positive ROI. All right, guys, here we go. First bet of the morning here: VCU UMass college hoops on the total points market here, and you can see the market's currently around that 137.5 mark. And so if you scroll through here, you can see the various prices and take a look at where we are. I'm looking at the under here in this VCU UMass game. See a slight drop here. I'm going to show you the charts on the odds screen here in a minute. See, it's kind of going that direction. Some of them were up as high as opening at 141 overnight. So I hope this is not too far of an area, too much of an opportunity in this price coming down. So certainly if you could go to Fanatics and get minus 110, under 138.5, of course that's better. You'll also find, I believe, that the alternative markets and the derivatives, you'll find more value, as well as the player props in some of the mainline markets. So again, this being a mainline market is money line, point spread, or total, but certainly all these other markets, first quarter, first half, whatever the case, those are all derivatives. Actually, the markets are all in here, as well as your player props. Those are all, not a mainline type bet. So these are all the derivative markets and the alt markets. And so if you want to play, in this case, you could, play under 135, you're going to get a lot higher odds. So let's take a look at the screen chart. All right, this is the OddsJam odds screen for college hoops. I have it on main markets, which is inclusive of the point spreads and the totals. And you're watching this. I have this up all day, every day. And so you see some colors pop up, whether they're red or green, it's going to show you direction of what the market's doing. You have the OddsJam perfect line here. You've got some Pinnacles, your bookmakers. I've got Sporttrade and Novig are two betting exchanges here in Colorado. I highly recommend you get yourself signed up for these because they're really fun to day trade sports with. Really good peer-to-peer betting apps. So Novig and Sporttrade, I'm going to put those QR codes up and those links up. Get yourself signed up if you're in Colorado. Over here on the best odds, best price, you're going to see, many times you're going to have those exchanges available. So again, if you're in Colorado, there's some opportunities. Let's get on down to this VCU UMass game. You see over and under 137.5 best line. There's just 138. Let's take a look at the charts here at OddsJam. As I mentioned earlier, they're up around 141, 142. They've been dropping. So I hope this is what you would say not too much lost already. So if you're getting in at this 138, that's great. I'm going to go ahead and play the 137.5. So that's the best I can get. But I like the fact that it's going this direction. It's going this route. If it was, here and going the other direction, it wouldn't make sense to play that under. But that's telling me that this under is getting bought by the sharps, by the big boys, and they're moving their lines. So again, let's take a look at what Bookmaker has. Bookmaker's a sharp book. They're doing the same thing. They're 141 here, 141.5 all the way down. So that's the direction, that's the reasoning, that's the data, that's the analysis. And you can see here the price changes, as I mentioned. This one here is going from 132.5 down. So again, they're getting these indicators, which I'll stare and watch at this odds screen all day just to see directions on markets and directions on movements to see if I want to get in early or get in late. So it's a very critical tool that OddsJam provides. And of course, you can go to any of these sports books and check out their directions as well. I certainly, when I get Pinnacle, Bet Online, Bookmaker, Sporttrade, Novig, all these market making books going the same direction and going and picking off an outlier price, an outlier like a MGM, ESPN bet, pick on the idiots, the DraftKings. Make a lot of money at FanDuel, probably the most, just because their algorithms line up really well with what I do. But you're using the smart guys and going and picking on the dumb guys with their stale lines, old lines, outlier prices, and mispriced opportunities. All right, next up, Suns Celtics PRA, points, rebounds, assists market. And as I scroll down here, you can see a play on Tatum, on Jason Tatum that we like. And let's take a look and kind of talk about why we like this now. First of all, I'm a big fan of Bet Online. They're actually a little higher. Their mid-market is up at the 43.5. I like the under here. Certainly the under is standing out a little bit more from a numbers perspective, especially when you go to Pinnacle. Going to Pinnacle here at minus 159. If you open up their charts, holy shit, cliff dive. Right, from 121, boom, again, 147, boom, again. I mean, they just have dropped like a stone. So that's the main reason I like to see, Bet Online lined up, but their market is up ahead higher. So that's encouraging there. Certainly the Prize Picks, the DFS sites that you're using to put together multiple team parlays, you go get that at Prize Picks at minus 119. It's a great buy. Looks to me like Bet365 has the best value that I can find here at minus 120. You could also pick this up at minus 125 at MGM and minus 123 at Caesars. So that's the route that I definitely would go, is playing this under here, Jason Tatum player prop. All right, here we go, jumping back into the low hold page. Just low hold page to me is a gold mine. It's an absolute gold mine because it's really focusing on the bet types that I like. And what I mean by that is I like to find bets like this where I can compare a market-making sports book in these markets, in the totals, the point spreads, money lines with college basketball, NBA, etc. And so in this case, I got Pinnacle with this under Delaware State, South Carolina State, and it's showing me the direction of that market. They were at minus 109. They moved about 22 cents all the way down this direction. And I can go back and I can pick on these guys, or I can pick on these guys at a minus 110. That's what I want. If I'm getting 21 cents in value with the market direction going that way, using this as a tool, that's good. Now, Bookmaker had a little bit of a bounce back. They also dropped like a stone from minus 115 down to 127. So they had about a 12-cent move. They got a little bit of buyback. Okay, no big deal there. But, I just like to have this setup, if you will. No Vegas betting exchange. Again, here in Colorado, we'll get the links and stuff where to get that signed up and set up, because you definitely want to have this as a day trading tool. To me, what this tells me is there's got a lot of sharp people on a lot of sharp people on the the no vigs and the sport trades. And so if this price is available, it's probably an outlier relative to what you really want to do. So this to me seems to be the correct answer. Again, at this price. Again, buying it at this price versus this price or this price is really what you want to do. Hopefully, get the answer to that question correctly. Let's take a look at the charts on this one. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the charts on the total of the Delaware, South Carolina State. And you can always go up here and plug in the search. It's a nice little tool. It's going to pull this up for you as it identifies it very quickly. All right, as we mentioned, like the under here, we're going to pull up the Bookmaker chart. You can see we had a nice drop from the 136 all the way down, 1.5. That's good. Again, sharp sports book in this area. We'll see what Mr. Pinnacle has going on. They're currently at the 134.5. They were up 136. So again, if you can snag that 135.5, 136, that's a beautiful thing. Just for all these reasons, we're going to pull up the OddsJam line. OddsJam is going to show a little bit of a variance just because they're doing a different type of a calculation on multiple things versus just an individual sports book. That's why I'll mix them in sometimes, and I like to check out these types of books so I can see their direction. Bet Online is not doing as much as the Bookmaker and Pinnacle, but again, I do trust them on the mainline bets like this. So we're gonna jump on this for a regular bet size. Getting some nice value here. All right, guys, there you go. Try to keep these videos fairly brief and try to get them out as early as possible. As you can see, there is a truckload of bets, a ton of bets, ton of information on OddsJam. So get yourself signed up. Use Boyd20 promo code. It's going to save you 20% off. You have to have the tools, guys. You have to have the tools to succeed and to function. And then if you want additional education, I have that as well for you. You can go to boyddavis.com, get signed up for a couple of different packages that are available. Very, very economical. I think if you're investing in yourself, investing in your education, it's really going to help you make that money back quickly. So it's kind of a no-brainer if you're really into it and really serious about it. If you're not and it's recreational, good for you. Have a nice day. But if you're into it and serious, going to make this something you really want to do well at, make some money at, invest in your education, get the tools, get yourself a profit plan, and go from there. Again, also Sports Trade and Novig links, will have those set up. If you're here in Colorado, day trading sports is the way to go with the peer-to-peer exchanges. There's no limits on those markets. They're outstanding. So get yourself signed up there. Lots of information. I've got a lot of day trading going on today. College hoops is going to be very, very busy. Here we go with tournaments and things. So if you have questions or have any feedback, leave it down below. Appreciate you stopping by.